So today we're gonna be taking a look at the iPhone 12 Pro and we're gonna be comparing it to the Canon EOS R5. Every year smartphone cameras get better and better and this year is no exception. In fact, the iPhone 12 Pro is able to record in Dolby Vision HDR, which I will talk about that a little bit later. What I wanna know is how the iPhone 12 Pro compares to the Canon R5, a camera that I would personally take with me on the go. Is the iPhone 12 Pro good enough where I would feel comfortable leaving my R5 at home? This is what I wanna find out. Now, to keep everything as fair as possible, I did use the default camera app on the iPhone. I let the camera do everything automatically, exposure, white balance, and I also did the same with the Canon EOS R5. The only thing I did different on the R5 is I recorded everything in C-Log just to give me a little bit extra dynamic range. Additionally, I didn't color grade any of the EOS R5 footage. All I did was apply the conversionlet from log to Rec 709 that Canon provides. I pretty much left it alone, so what you see is exactly what you get straight out of the camera. And finally, I did my best to match the field of view of both cameras. Keep in mind, I did have the iPhone 12 mounted on top of the EOS R5, so there might be some slight differences, but I think it's close enough. Now to make this fun, I'm gonna place a letter on the left-hand corner of the screen. It's gonna say A, B, C, D, you guys know the alphabet. Basically, what I want you to do is leave a comment with what letter you think pertains to what camera. So for example, if I think the letter M pertains to the iPhone, then I'm gonna write M and then I'm gonna put iPhone. And I want you to fill out this list, don't cheat, and post a comment before I show you the results. So are you guys ready? Let's go ahead and begin. Now go ahead and post your results. Don't cheat. Now, before I tell you what letter pertains to what camera, let me tell you guys about today's video sponsor, Storyblocks. Now, I've talked about Storyblocks in the past and how they have over 1 million royalty-free assets, including 4K video, After Effects templates, motion graphics, sound effects, and a lot more. But I haven't told you guys about their latest and greatest. They have this brand new editor called Maker, and let me tell you what it's all about. With Maker, you're able to create engaging dynamic videos using their pre-built templates that allow you to quickly personalize your content. You can also use your own video files or take advantage of their expansive library to enhance your story. In fact, the other day I was in Arizona and I actually created this fun Instagram story using Maker, which I actually think it turned out really cool. If you guys are interested in learning more about Storyblocks and trying out Maker for yourself, I will leave more information linked down below in the description. So are you guys ready to see the results? Here they are. Now, if you need to pause the video to compare it to your answers, go ahead and do that now. Now, I was a bit shocked to see how the iPhone actually compares to the R5. I noticed that the color science on the iPhone is really beautiful, very neutral compared to the R5, which ironically is a little bit more stylistic. It has this teal and orange look. And as I said earlier, I didn't do anything to the footage. I literally just converted it over. However, I could easily color grade either of these cameras to match each other without any issues. But I got a little confession to tell you guys, and that's that I manipulated the iPhone image to resemble more of a full frame camera. Hear me out. The problem with the iPhone is that there's little to no depth. So if you saw both of these side by side, you could quickly tell which one is which. Also, sharpening on the iPhone is a little too aggressive. So what I had to do was literally mask my subject, in this case, either Connor or the scooters, and then I had to motion track that so that I can blur everything out in the background to give me that shallow depth of field. Additionally, I also had to strip out all of that sharpening that just looks too digital and of course soften the image. Now I know some of you are gonna say, Armando, you manipulated that image, you are cheating. Look, I get it, I understand. My rebuttal is that no matter what type of camera you are using, there will always be a process, some more than others. There's color grading, VFX, these are all part of storytelling, and the camera is just a tool. Now personally, I didn't do anything different that you or somebody else couldn't do, and that's my point. Now coming back to the test, I think it's fair to say that the iPhone 12 Pro has the capability to capture really beautiful 4K video, but we kind of already knew that. Even the iPhone 11 Pro was good. In fact, last year we collaborated with Global Village and Condor Blue to recreate an iconic scene from A Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors shot exclusively on the iPhone 11 Pro, so we knew it was going to be capable. Here's the question, is the iPhone 12 Pro good enough that makes me want to leave my R5 at home and use this exclusively for run and gun and behind the scenes type of work? The short answer is no. However, there is something very appealing to have something like this that I can pull out of my pocket, get amazing 4K quality video, and requires no setup. And as I said before, the iPhone is just another tool in your box, and in certain situations, I feel that even the iPhone can be better than the R5 because it uses AI to expose different parts of the image equally, similar to computational photography, which means that you're gonna get much better dynamic range. If we go back and see the side-by-side comparisons between the R5 and the iPhone, you will see that the iPhone has a much better dynamic range. In fact, the R5, the highlights are a little bit blown out. And this is on a Rec. 709 color space. Understand that the iPhone 12 is capable of recording in Dolby Vision HDR, which takes it to a whole different level. Now, if you guys have an HDR capable monitor and are interested in watching the footage coming from the iPhone 12 Pro, there will be a link down below in the description. And I didn't modify any of the footage like I did with this one. This is straight out of the camera, so just keep that in mind. Here's the thing. If the iPhone is the only camera that you have with you, then it's just about coming up with creative ways to tell your story. This is why they call it movie magic. It doesn't have to be real, as long as you can sell the illusion. With that being said, I do feel that we will be using the iPhone more in our production, mainly because its size, weight, and the overall package that this device offers. It's just so easy to implement into our workflow, not to mention also spark creativity. Have you guys ever shot anything using a smartphone? Let me know. Leave a comment down below or tweet at me. In fact, we just recently shot a video on Connor's channel. If you guys are interested in watching that, there will be a link down below. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. My name is Armando. Thanks again for watching, and you will catch me in the next one. Adios.